What is up, guys? Ponyvocast 577 back again, and I am here to do another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to the 16th episode of My Little Pony Season 5. And this episode is called Made in Manehattan. Okay, so I'm guessing this episode is going to be taking place in Manehattan again, which is going to be pretty cool because I remember the other episode that had Manehattan in it called Rarity Takes Manehattan from Season 4. So if they're going to be going back to Manehattan, then this should be a pretty cool episode. And now I know in My Little Pony Season 5 they have like that map that summons their cutie marks. The map actually looks completely different compared to the poster map, like the official map of Equestria you can find on Google Images and such. I always knew Manehattan was on the East Coast like it is in the real America. But I don't know where it's going to be on this map because this map is completely inaccurate to the actual official map. But anyway, if they're going back to Manehattan, this episode should be cool. So without further ado, let's just get started with the reaction video. Sorry. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. What kind of spit was that?
I'm bored. What you reading?
Best Twilight scene in this season. That was actually pretty cute.
And I'm bored. I want to do something. Things have been so slow around here, and I just... Oh, Twilight, darling! Oh, thank goodness! It seems that my... Got here as fast as I could.
Ah, the cutie marks are vibrating. Oh, and Rarities too.
Yes! Finally, we've been summoned. I wonder where the map wants us to... Twilight?
Looks like Twilight doesn't get to do anything.
Where do you think? Manehattan! We've been called to Manehattan.
Why does Manehattan look like it's just sitting on a riverbank? I thought it was on the West
I
Coast.
return with a purpose. It looks like you've been summoned to this particular...
Why is it sitting on a riverbank?
We're off to solve a friendship problem in one of the busiest and most vibrant cities in all of Equestria. Isn't this exciting? Don't it? Matt calling
Oh, that face.
A city like Manehattan. You may be more of a country pony at heart, Applejack, but the map picked you two because you're the best ponies to tackle this particular mission. But how will we even know what our mission's supposed to be?
Why is Rarity acting like she's never been there before? She has been there before in the Rarity Takes Manehattan episode in
it's not only home
Season
to the
4.
haymaking district, it's also home to the fashion district.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Shame you weren't called as well, though, darling. You did end up quite a fan of the hustle and bustle of Manehattan on our last visit. It's such an exciting city, and there's still so much I'd like to do there. So many museums and historical landmarks to visit, not to mention all the
At least Twilight is sort of acting like she's been there before.
Don't worry about me.
I love that sparkles in her eyes.
Books to keep me busy.
Yep, she needs her books.
I just remembered something. The Sisterhood Social.
Oh.
We'll have to miss it.
The Sisterhood Social.
Be in Manehattan. I sure hope Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle aren't too upset.
That's too bad. There she is, the city of Manehattan, based on New York. I love how all the cabs are like carriages. That's pretty cool.
Oh, Manehattan, what you do to me?
She just sung she just said the line of the last song. You know, if somebody made a YouTube poop of this episode, I bet they'd insert the song right in that line.
Back home. Eyes peeled, ears open. Eyes peeled, ears open.
Remember, Applejack, you're in the big city now. No moseying. You've got to walk with speed and confidence.
Yeah, come on, Applejack.
Sorry about that.
Get out of my way.
Sorry.
Watch it.
Hey, oh dear.
Just like New York.
Biscuits.
Just like the real New York.
How am I supposed to help solve a...
Yes, I think this is the one. No. Excuse me? That hat clashes with your name. Not to mention it's far too large and will undoubtedly obstruct your vision. Oh, dear. None of these will do. Oh, Applejack! What good timing! Here, this will do splendidly.
Oh, it's lovely. How much would you like for it?
Oh, no, please, keep it. I can always make another.
Thank you.
Well, generosity is her
You
element.
wouldn't discover our purpose here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't it.
What? We just saved that poor pony from committing a terrible crime of fashion.
Hey, that sales pony back there who's selling the hats kind of looks like the puppet theater guy. Like, oh, this one does seem to travel. Yeah, you remember that one? Yeah, that sales pony actually kind of reminded me of that guy.
Find a job well done.
No, I suppose it didn't. Still, a disaster was averted.
Diverted? You just lost me a paying customer.
Yeah, he sort of looks like the puppet theater guy, only he's a different color and he has a bit of a different voice.
Please accept my sincerest apologies for the misunderstanding, and might I add, what a lovely establishment you have here. All right, Applejack. The search continues.
Oh, just like real.
Just wondering, friendship
Okay, am I the only one that thinks that background kind of looks like the downtown city background from Littlest Pet Shop? Because it kind of does. It does look like the block that Littlest Pet Shop sits on. What the hell?
Good grief. This isn't working.
Good grief.
I'm not sure
Really?
what we're supposed to do. To be honest, I'm still not even sure what the map called me here for.
Oh, try not to worry, Applejack. The map picked us for a reason. Although how we're supposed to uncover that reason, I haven't a clue. We can't possibly approach every single pony in town until we find out what we're meant to do.
I like that face
Please help
print
us
on the
restore
paper.
our long-lost but beloved tradition, the Midsummer Theater Revival, with a guest performance by local theater troupe, the Method Mayors, as well as games, food, and much, much more. This event promises to bring our Brooklyn neighbors together and restore our sense of community, but there's so much to do and we need your help. Darling, this is it! The contact on the flyer is Coco Palmel!
Oh, right. She's the one who got a job making
Oh, yeah.
for that designer friend of yours.
So we're gonna see Coco again.
This must be why the map called us here. Oh, and you were so worried.
Well, I suppose it's at least worth looking into. That is, if we can ever get off this street corner.
Really, is it that much of a disaster?
I can't believe you.
I love that. I love
By coincidence,
the
don't you think?
scenery for the
Applejack
sky.
and I
It's
was
pretty beautiful.
specifically summoned here to be of service. And
Ah,
you,
Coco.
my dear friend, are in need of help. It's no coincidence, darling. It's fate.
This Midsummer Theater Revival, what is it exactly?
An outdoor play held at the community park. Many moons ago, local
Oh
theater
my
troupes
God, I
performed,
can't believe we
and
get to
owners
see
in the
Coco
neighborhood
again.
helped make the costumes and design
Hey,
set
that's
pieces,
Coco's a
and
Philly.
prepare food to share during the performance.
Y'all do look like you're
I can
enjoying
imagine the
each
fan art
other's
for Coco is gonna skyrocket after this episode.
It sounds lovely, darling. It was, up until several moons ago.
company. What happened?
That's Charity Kindheart. She was a well-known costume designer on Bridal Way. She started the Midsummer Theater Revival as a way to share her passion for theater with the neighborhood. No matter how busy she was, she always made time for the revival. But when she moved away to be closer to her grandfillies, the neighborhood lost the special tradition she had started. And worse, the sense of community it fostered.
Hey, I'm trotting here. No pony else stepped up to take over for Charity?
I've been trying to, but
I
just
love
got
that
a last-minute
sky, and
request
with
to
that
have the
moon, that
costumes
makes
for
the
cast
city
of
look
My
pretty
Fair
good.
Philly, and I'm afraid I haven't made much progress. Ooh, there's just so much to do to bring back the Midsummer Revival, and my flyers haven't attracted a single volunteer. Say no more. You finish up your work, and by this time tomorrow, you'll be out to your mane in ponies who want to lend a hoof. Applejack and I will make sure of it.
You will? You bet your boots we will.
Oh, I don't wear boots. I find they chafe my
Yeah,
calves
that's what
when
I was
walk.
about to say.
It's just an expression.
So you see, the method mares are only available on this one day, and we need all the help we can get with preparations.
Yeah, not a good time right now. What am I saying? It's never a good time.
Okay, I love that background character. I love that background character.
What do you think?
I got my own.
I really like how they made like the ponies of Manhattan a lot like the real people of real New York.
Ah, yes. Charity's Midsummer Theater Revival. Such wonderful memories.
So you'll help us?
Don't be ridiculous. I run a very important oat and hay import-export business. But I can't spare even a moment for such things.
Oh, is this kind of based on Central Park?
This is a nightmare. Oh, not at all, darling. It's quite lovely.
I think she was talking about the Midsummer Theater Revival.
I finished the alterations for My Fair Philly, but have barely started the costumes for the revival, and the method mares are coming to the park tomorrow for a costume fitting and rehearsal. Well, I could help you with the costumes. But what are we going to do about the rest? The park is in desperate need of repairs, and the sets still need to be built.
Well, I know a thing or two about building and fixing things. And
Yeah.
It's kinda, well, my thing. The person the map called me here.
You see, dear, we went out looking for volunteers when all the help you need is right here.
Uh-huh.
The map wouldn't have chosen just Applejack and me if it was more than we could handle. Everything is going to be just fine. Perhaps I spoke too soon.
That is one
Dear,
disgusting
you're
part.
right. Are you sure you can manage this by yourself?
Well, there's a lot to do. But Rarity's right. The map wouldn't have called us here if we weren't up for the challenge. You two go on and take care of the costumes. I'll see you at the dress rehearsal.
Interesting music. That's a lot of work to do. Oh no! Oh, ow. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Oh. Oh, her hat. Why is her hat taking all the beating? Huh?
I know it looks bad, but I'm moving as fast as I can.
Don't worry. We've still got
Yeah,
plenty of
that'll
time.
happen.
Everything's going to be...
Excuse me. Is this where the Midsummer Theater Revival is supposed to be, par chance?
we're here for the dress rehearsal. Oh, yes. We've just put the finishing touches on the costumes.
At least those look professional.
We'll do a dry run of the play first, and then the fitting.
No, wait! I haven't gotten a chance to...
Uh-oh. Quick, get out. Oh, that was close.
reinforce the stage yet.
Oh. I like how it almost looks exactly like Central Park.
I just wanted to live up to Charity's example. To bring my neighborhood together again. The park is still a mess. We haven't even thought about what refreshments to serve during the performance. And even if we had, we don't have a stage for the method mayors to perform on. It's hopeless. Just hopeless. I don't understand. The map summoned us here to solve a friendship problem. We've clearly found it. But why did it send the two of us? Why not Twilight? I'm sure she could have used her magic to transform this park in an instant.
I've been thinking the same thing. I mean, I can at least see why you're here. Coco's your friend, and you have an eye for costumes and all.
Yeah.
But me? I was never going to be able to finish a project this big.
We'll return to Ponyville as failures. Why must this be Applejack? Why? Why?
Now, hold on a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
stop
not
Rarity
suggesting
from
you
having
have
another
to
one of her
go
lady-like breakdowns.
Then what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we stop worrying about what we can't do and start doing what we can. I think I've got a plan. It won't be
I think I'm
anything
finding a
big or
little
fancy,
character
but
development
something.
between Applejack and
Something
Rarity in this
gotta be better
episode,
than nothing,
because they
right?
never really
I
got along with each
suppose
other
so.
before.
That's the spirit. Sorta. All right, y'all. It's ready.
I love the lighting. I love the lighting
Should
for
we
the
go
sun.
ahead and start?
Excuse me? I'm Charity Kindheart. I'm here about the open design position. I brought some samples of my work. I'm sorry I'm late. I had the hardest time finding my way here. I just moved here, and I keep getting mixed up by the street names. I had a map, but I dropped it in a puddle, which only made the street names harder to read.
I see.
What is that?
I don't know, Sugar. Looks like some kind of play.
Well, can we stay and watch it, please? Please, can we?
Oh, all right. I suppose.
I love that background character. I love that
Excuse
background
me,
character.
But your next appointment
He's here. All right. Send him in.
I really love the
I'm
background
sorry,
characters in this
but
episode.
based on these samples, I just don't think this is the place for you. Don't get me wrong. These clothes are all exquisite and well made, but more theatrical than avant-garde. Have you considered costume design? I have a contact on Bridal Way. If you're interested, I can put you in touch with him. And see.
Yeah.
Charity, dear, is that you?
Hello, Mrs. Pear Blossom. I didn't see. Oops.
Some pretty funny names.
Oh, let me help you, dear. Are these costumes?
I still love that little background character
I
there.
was supposed to be finished by now, but there's just so much to do, and I still have a few last-minute alterations to make before opening night. I'm sorry I couldn't get enough tickets for every pony in the neighborhood. I hope Mr. Pear Blossom wasn't too disappointed. I know Trotter on the Roof is one of his favorites.
Oh, my definitely.
Okay, if this was the real New York, a lot more people would be watching.
Thank you. You've all made me feel so welcome here and have become like family to me. I just wish I could share this experience with you and the others.
That is a construction
What's
guy.
going on?
It's the Midsummer Theater Revival. The Method Man's up performing.
The revival. Yeah, my pop used to bring me.
So nice of you to put on this play for the neighborhood.
I couldn't have done it without every pony's help. I know it's not Bridal Way, but...
Oh, pish tush. Perfect, dear.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you. This is so nice. Haven't seen the neighborhood. This
She looks
way
like Granny Smith, only she's a different character. I love the background characters in this episode, seriously.
Thank you, fillies and gentlecoats. Please give a warm welcome to the one who made this entire
That cutie mark with the
possible,
dollar sign.
Our neighbor, Coco Pommel.
Thank you all so much for coming. The Midsummer Theater Revival was always something that meant so much to me, and it seems it means quite a lot to all of you as well. I really can't take all the credit, though. My dear friends Rarity and Applejack helped me ever so much.
I remember that face. I remember that face from somewhere that Applejack was making there.
Costumes.
Oh, shucks. I just happened to be good with a hammer is all. To be honest, we had much bigger plans to start. When those fell through, we decided to simplify. This here was the result.
Oh, don't be so modest. Coco and I were lost. You bet your boots we were.
Boots.
We just wanted to see how much we enjoyed the Midsummer Theater Revival and how much it inspired us. Oh, yeah?
I used to think that to help my community, I had to do something big. And let's face it, in this day and age, who has the time for such a commitment? But here, you did something as simple as building a stage and putting on a play. And look at how it's brought every pony together.
I saw Coco's flyers for volunteers, but didn't think anything I'd have time to do would be that useful. Now I wish I'd offered to help. Even if it was just pulling a few weeds or planting a few flowers.
Not sure if you noticed, but the park is far from being fixed up. I imagine if you look around, you'll find there's lots of little ways for you to get involved in changing this place for the better.
And I will.
And I don't think we'll be alone.
Oh, their job is done.
Yahoo! We did it!
Character development.
It all makes perfect sense.
Huh?
I know why the map called you here.
You did it?
If Twilight had used her magic to
Yep,
fix the
she needed a
problem,
new
it
hat.
fixed the real problem, which is that these Manehattan ponies didn't think they had time to do something for their community. But by building that stage and making sure the brain
I still love that little Philly character.
Just by doing something small, you can make a big difference.
Well, I'll be.
Seems you have more in common with the Manehattan ponies than you thought.
But all the same, I'd sure like to head back to Ponyville on the next train. I want to check in with Apple Bloom and find out how the Sisterhood social turned out.
Oh, absolutely, my dear. Just as soon as I stop that pony in the shop over there from purchasing that dreadfully hideous scarf. Stop! You're making a terrible mistake!
Again, they chose different music for the carrots. For the credits. For the carrots. Okay, now that was a pretty interesting episode. Alright, thoughts time. Now, hang on. Now, that was actually a pretty good episode. Like, I love the background characters. Like, I always knew Manehattan was supposed to be, like, based on New York. And this episode, I think, did it, in my opinion, a little better than Rarity Takes Manehattan. Because the city was cluttered by a little more people than the episode in Season 4 did. And we got to see Coco again. Yeah, it's hard to believe how many characters we've seen before have come back in the season. Like Gilda came back in the Lost Treasure of Griffinstone episode, and now Coco's came back. And I really love the background characters. Like, everybody actually kind of does sound like... Everybody kind of has the accents that real people in New York have. So that's actually a pretty good detail that was in the episode. And I just kind of like the character development between Rarity and Applejack in this episode. Like, I always knew Rarity and Applejack didn't get along because Rarity's like all fashion and like fancy and clean, and on the other hand, Applejack is like getting a little dirty and like, you know, she's country pony. But now seeing them come together in this episode and just the two of them being called on a mission by the map, it was actually just pretty interesting character development to see. Like, yeah, it was just good to see that Applejack and Rarity were getting along a little more in this episode. One little thing I want to question is, in the beginning, I don't get why Rarity was acting like she has never been in Manhattan before, even though she was in the Rarity Takes Manhattan episode in Season 4. At least Twilight was kind of acting like she's been there before, because she's like, there's still more things I want to do there. So, like, she wants to go there again and do more stuff. Speaking of Manhattan, I really want to see an episode where they go to Las Pegasus sometime. I'm hoping that'll come sometime in the season before the finale, or at least in Season 6. Because part of their visit to Las Pegasus could be they see the Applewood sign, which is based on the Hollywood sign in real Los Angeles. And since the map has been redesigned, I don't know if there's really going to be a Las Pegasus, but... And Manhattan just looked like it was put in a completely inaccurate area. Like, on the original map, it was on the East Coast, just like in real America. But on this map, it just looked like it was sitting on a riverbank, and that's not where New York sits on in real life, because yeah, it's just not on a river. But anyway, I like this episode. Like, I like the character development between Applejack and Rarity. I like seeing Coco again, the background characters. This episode was pretty well written. Now, there's something else I want to talk about before I wrap up this video. I know that the new Equestria Girls movie, The Friendship Games, is going to be premiering tonight at 8. I am going to react to it as soon as it comes out, but first I want to share some thoughts I have about the movie. When I reacted to the trailer, I got some kind of chill feeling down my spine that it was actually going to suck more than the other movies, the Equestria Girls and the Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks. Because this movie is going to be more about, like, teams, and not really about, like, music, because Rainbow Rocks was about the music, but this is about, like, battles between teams. And that other Twilight, that scene after the credits in the Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks, she's going to be in this movie, which is going to be interesting, like, comparing the real Twilight that came to visit the Equestria Girls world in the first Equestria Girls movie. It would be interesting to see what happens to this Twilight in that world. And I watched one of the trailers, and she's going to be on the other team. So she's going to be playing against them. And that's going to be interesting. Like, is Twilight in that world going to be, like, the new bad guy or something? Just a lot of thoughts about this movie going through my mind. But I can't wait to react to it tonight, and I'm hoping it'll be awesome, and it won't really suck. But yeah, those are the last things I want to say. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you like the content on my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tonight when I react to Equestria Girls Friendship Games. Bro hoops, everybody, and I'll see you tonight.